You want to kick it off?
I got
Here, I tell you what.
What?
Okay, so one of the things they did this weekend is they had to do a chiro-mercial.
Oh my gosh.
The Life Force docs, they all like separated out into 5 groups and they each got a prop and
You
they
had to go,
do an infomercial.
So they separated us into 5 groups and probably 6 people each group.
About
6 or
that,
7.
yeah, 6 or 7.
And then, okay, on the count of 3, somebody from your group had to run down. They had a big table full of just random things, like if you had gone to the Dollar Tree or something and bought random trinkets. And then that you had to grab something from the table and then go back to your group. And then once you got back to your group, the goal was to create an infomercial using that prop as something to describe and sell chiropractic.
Okay.
It was
And
fun.
these are docs that have been in practice for a really long time. It was really
and
interesting.
students, but
And
they
there were
were-
some students. They were mostly docs, though.
We had 2 students in our group, so
Yeah.
2 out of the 7
Yeah.
were students. But and so and then it was a contest. They judged it and they gave you the rubric on here's what makes a good infomercial. Okay. And they showed some infomercials, so you had some like, okay, here's some ideas.
Well, what was your trinket?
It was it looked like a wagon wheel. It was just a wire wheel with a
was
hub
about that
and then
big.
spokes. And it was just made out of like coat hanger.
And it's spun.
Well, it's spun because we put a pen in it.
Oh,
Right. It didn't have anything to spin on. It's spun because we created
made
an
it
axle
spin. Okay.
or a pivot point. And it was the chiropractic wheel of wellness.
Imagine that.
But everybody
What
else
you
had
live
to
every
take
day.
another prop of some kind and turn it in. So, and it had to be 1 minute. If you went
Exactly
over,
1
you
minute.
lost points for every second that you were over a minute. And then they had all these rubrics, like 10 or 12 different things, like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10.
They were being
You
scored.
got scored by the judges. And long story short, or to make a short story long,
Yeah, 'cause-
we won
Yeah.
Good.
with the Wheel of Wellness.
And it was amazing, but that wasn't the point of the story when I started it. The point of the story was he was the game show host, spinning the wheel of wellness, and then everybody else is spinning. And so what I was going to say is, why don't you use that voice to introduce the episode?
Past the fire, past the sounds. Moonshine through the clouds, saddle up, 'cause there's no stopping me now.
Good day and welcome to another exciting episode of Living Well Together.
Big life in a small town. You bet.
We're here. It's time to play. Yeah, that was the game show voice for the moment. And our guest today, this will be kind of fun.
It's going to be very fun.
Because we've
Yeah.
had, in the office, we've had student interns historically over the course of time, but we've never had one while we were doing a podcast.
That's right.
So our guest today is DC2B, Kyle Walker, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, welcome, Kyle.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
We really are excited about you being here. We also have never had a student intern here that was from Fairborn, Ohio.
Don't give away all the secrets.
I won't give away all of his secrets, but that really is so
I don't even know if
cool.
it's a secret at this point.
No, it's not a secret.
Actually, social media kind of let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
Everybody, he gets high fives. Everybody knows him more than they know me in this town. We go somewhere for
don't know
food, and
about
it's
that.
like, oh, there's Kyle. Kyle's back in town. Welcome. But he's going to be with us for about 3 months. So he's going to finish from Palmer College. They have a program where if you get your clinical stuff out of the way on the quick, which he did, which lets us know he's an exemplary student, he gets to spend his last trimester here in our office. And our job is to show him what not to do.
Yeah.
Here's what you don't do in practice. Yeah. So he's,
Pick the things you like and leave the things you don't.
he's our intern of the season.
Yeah.
But let's get acquainted though.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Fairborn. Tell us your story.
Well, I can't tell you my story without telling the story of everybody that's came before me, I believe, because I think that's what led me here. Truly.
All right.
Born in Fairborn, went to Wright State before going to Palmer. I mean, I've been around here for those 22 years before going to school.
22 years, so you were born here.
Yeah, born here, very familiar with the area. Give all the credit in the world to everybody in the area for getting me to where I'm at today. I do.
And your parents, their families from here too? Or
My dad
did they
is from West Virginia originally.
Okay.
He was born there. And then he moved here, I believe, in middle school. And my parents have kind of been, together ever since, honestly.
Since middle
kind of early high school, definitely.
That's so
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah,
So they fell in love
high school
in high school.
sweethearts for
like they
sure.
went to prom.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I've
Oh,
seen
you
the
guys are
pictures.
so
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the pictures.
That's back in the big hair days too. Your mom had big hair. Did your
Big
dad
hair.
have big hair?
He did. He
Like
did.
rock
They
and roll
all
hair.
had big hair. All the friends, everybody had the big hair. It was good.
What are your parents' names?
My father is named Brad. Mother is Sonia.
Sonia. Brad and Sonia. Hi, guys. Hopefully. I'm
Oh,
sure
they'll see it.
Oh,
there-
yeah.
They'll see it.
This is going to have the most views of any episode we've ever done.
And your grandmother will watch it too. This will be part of her healing process.
It will.
Yeah.
It will.
Should we give her a shout out too?
Yes. Louise Walton, my grandmother.
But we don't call her Louise. What do we call her?
Mama.
Yes.
Mama. It's always been Mama. And I'm sure she'll
But what
see
does she
this
have
as-
everybody else call her? Because we weren't allowed to call her Louise, and we weren't allowed to call her Mama. What did we have to call her? Do you know?
Mama.
Nanny.
Nanny.
For us,
Well,
she
that's her first name. That's
Okay.
That's her name on her birth certificate.
Is Nanny?
She's always gone by Louise.
Okay.
But maybe Nanny. Some people are calling her.
Yeah,
Nanny.
she
she
would-
accepts it.
She wouldn't let us call her Louise. She said everybody calls me Nan. Nanny.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway,
Hi, Nanny.
she's on the road to Wellville.
She is recovering.
yeah, and we're sending all the well wishes to her too.
Absolutely. Prayer Warriors have been on her team now for a solid, well, not a week, almost a week.
And she flew through her surgery.
She did. She did tremendous.
Yep.
Is she under chiropractic care then? Did she come in?
Has been.
Okay.
Has
Will
been,
be.
Okay,
will be.
gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll
I
get
bet
her
she.
taken care of.
Yeah, I bet she
100%
can't
taken
wait
care of.
till you can be her doctor, right?
Oh, I've been over there plenty of times taking care of her here and there. But
Yeah.
Nice.
she would do the same for me.
Absolutely. Brothers and sisters?
I have an older sister named Katie. She's 4 years older.
Okay.
So just in that perfect age where we got to grow up together,
Yeah.
but I was never in her hair. She was never really in mine.
Exactly.
Nice.
Almost
Enough
a second
separation.
mother to me,
And because when you started high school, she was starting college. Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, it was a good split.
Nice little
It was
gap.
a good split.
And does she have a child?
She does not.
Okay.
Recently married.
Got it.
No children yet.
Okay. So you're not Uncle Kyle
Not
yet.
Uncle Kyle yet.
It'll be
No.
here. It'll be here.
Love it.
But yeah. I'm filling the uncle duties. I have a few friends who have children, so I'm filling
yeah.
the uncle duties that way, which is perfect.
Absolutely.
That is
Wind
yeah,
them up
you're-
and give them back.
Exactly.
and practicing for your sister's kids. Grandma, are you guys one of the ones that had babies first? Are your friends more like the uncles and aunts, or were you uncles and aunts? Okay, a little bit of both. Are you mic'd? No.
No. See, it's like we're talking
Sorry,
to nobody,
Dolores.
'cause- Yeah. Yeah. Everybody says, if you're going to talk to Graham, Graham should have a mic. We know. And we'll get around to it.
And so you went to high school here, and you
Yes.
were an athlete.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that.
Football. I wrestled for a good amount of my youth, but then around high school, I kind of gave that up. Football for a lot of the time. I ran track.
Is it because they were opposite seasons?
Yeah,
Is
opposite
that how that
seasons, and track definitely helped me out in football.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Fastest one in the school. I won't, put that out there, but
You
Wait,
were?
you were the fastest
yeah,
one in
of
school?
course,
Did
of
you have a record that's still standing?
no, I don't have a record
Okay.
standing because there were people that came before me that were
Okay.
a lot faster than
So
me.
you
but
ran sprint races, not distance.
I did. No.
I take
no-
that as a
no
challenge.
distances.
Take that as a challenge,
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
out there.
Any,
What was the
Well, this is
what
news
was
to
the
me.
time?
I feel better about it. And of course, he's in my office space, just so you know. What's your best 200 meter time? Do you remember?
200 meter. I remember the 100 meter was like 11.6. That
Okay.
was the fastest I ran 100.
Okay.
200 meter, I'm not 100% sure.
Got it.
But
Did you
the
run quarter mile as well?
No.
No. All right.
No, short distance. That's all I've got in me.
Okay.
200 meters. That was the longest I was going.
We won't extrapolate on
No,
that.
no, no. It's okay.
What about
It's
long
still-
jumping?
Still,
No.
Triple jumping.
No, I
Any
wasn't
jumping?
I wasn't
Hurdles?
gifted with that ability.
Okay.
No.
All right. You can move
Just
fast,
running
for short
straight.
distance.
Just running straight.
Straight
That's all-
line. Yeah.
That's all I got in me. But yeah.
Good to
And
know.
we had a Dragons event with the office, and your parents came down to that event, and it was so much fun to get to talk
Yeah.
to them and meet them.
They're
and
proud of their boy.
They are so
They
proud of
can't
you.
wait to get you up and running.
I'm proud of them too.
I know. Well, and that's just it. Your dad has been a coach, right, in the Fairborn City
He
schools.
was a coach for almost all of my time playing football.
Oh, that's so
But
fun.
never any daddy ball. I
Yeah.
would say he was very good. He was an offensive coach. I never played offense once in my
nice.
life.
Nice.
You know, I remember telling him when I first started playing football, I wanted to play quarterback. And he said, no.
How about no?
Yeah. Well, I think he might have taken me out in the yard and had me throw a football. And he said, yeah, you're just not very good at that. So we're just not going to do it.
Let's focus on what you're good at.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
good. That, you know,
Running in
that's
a straight
actually-
line.
Yeah, he was good about it. He always kept me grounded because you know when your dad's a coach, you can kind of take that to your advantage, and I did take some of it to an advantage.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain perks that come with that, but
For sure.
he definitely kept me grounded.
Yeah.
Made sure I knew my place, and it definitely wasn't quarterback. That's for sure.
Good to
Good that
know.
he knew. Yeah.
And your
That way
mom's a
you
teacher
could
in
be-
the system, so she has touched a lot of lives,
Yeah.
moving people through and
Yeah,
What,
keeping people
what
out
did
of
she
jail.
teach?
she taught math for most of her life. Now she's been teaching science, which I think she likes better because state testing wise, there's not as many implications.
Got it.
I gotta say,
bit.
teachers, my hat is off to teachers, man.
I
They
could never
just
do
take
it.
a beating
Yeah.
every day.
My mom was actually my teacher in 6th grade.
Really?
I was terrible in her class.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
if that shows you anything.
Were you terrible in her class because she was your mom?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay. So
100%.
Were you pushing her buttons?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
You wanted to show your friends.
I don't want my
Doesn't
child
matter
sitting
that
next
my
to that
mom-
Walker boy. You get my child away from that Walker boy.
There's probably a few that might have said that over the years. Maybe.
What kind of fun things did you do in high school?
Really just hanging out with friends, honestly. We
High
got
school
into,
girlfriend?
Yes.
Is she
Not
watching
currently.
now?
She might be. I don't
Is she
know.
already married to somebody not
No.
you?
No.
Okay, maybe rekindle that.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? See, he's putting me on the spot.
Yeah, this is
He
gonna
is.
go.
Put
This
you
is
in the
gonna
back.
sound
But we
pretty
won't
bad.
ask you what her name was.
No, we don't want to know that much. We'll find out though.
Yeah, a lot of time spent with friends. A lot of it would just be laying in somebody's basement, watching movies,
Yeah.
wrestling each other. We had a lot of boxing nights. Those were fun.
Yes.
Everybody surrounding everybody else and two guys just boxing gloves. No
Getting
hate
at
at all. No hate at all. But by the end of the match, there was some hate
Yeah.
that separate. So you know that was fun and just
Yeah.
being kids. Honestly, you know we had to find our own way to
Yeah.
enjoy ourselves.
Right.
Was Fairborn a good town? If you're going to kind of look back over time, obviously hindsight's different, but was Fairborn a good town to be a kid in?
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I would say so. You get the season changes, so that you have to be creative in what you're going to do, especially in the winter.
Oh, heck
you
yeah.
can't go outside without.
Have you
shivering
ever
up.
shoveled driveways for money?
Oh, plenty of times.
Yeah.
Have you ever cut grass for money?
Yes,
That's.
I've done it all.
right.
I've done it all.
All right.
I think that's so important.
Yeah.
It's a good foundation.
On snow days, I would grab a shovel and just start knocking on doors and trying to see if I could get
so
some money.
A little entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
But there was a kid at the back of the neighborhood that started handing out business cards.
Oh.
So he was putting me out of business.
I was going to say,
I had
We may
my
have to go
loyal
talk to
clients.
him.
I had my loyal clients.
yeah, we
I
may have
did.
to send Vinny over to talk to that kid.
I did. But yeah,
You mentioned that you have an affinity for travel. Where
I
do you
do.
like to travel?
I really like islands, but that's really the only places I've been.
What kind of islands?
I've been to Hawaii.
Kind
Okay.
of surrounded by water.
Oh,
was
I
the-
know, but there's Lake Islands and there's Hawaii and there's the Caribbean Islands and there's the Greek Islands.
Oh, I'd love to go to all of them. I would.
Yeah.
Hawaii was the first trip I took in college.
Okay.
I met a friend at Wright State. He had a friend from high school that was living in Hawaii.
Oh my gosh, that's
so
amazing.
we kind of connected that. You know, we hopped on a flight. We had a free place to stay there. It was
Couch
perfect.
surfing.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Wow. How long did you stay?
We were there for about a week.
Okay, that's a perfect amount of time.
Yeah, it was
Especially
awesome.
when because it's a long travel.
It
day.
was a long flight. It was a long flight.
Yeah. So is Hawaii what kind of gave you that bug for travel, or had
It
you
definitely
been-
was.
Okay.
I had been. My grandparents lived in Arizona, so
Okay.
I'd been
Oh, I
out
love
there a lot
Arizona.
to
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
visit them, and traveling around Florida, things like that. But I'd never gone somewhere like
Mm-hmm.
that, and that was the first time I had gone by myself. I had some friends, but I wasn't with my parents.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to get
Yeah.
that experience.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Went there. I went to Puerto Rico with friends in college for spring break. I think that was 2022.
Okay.
That was awesome.
That was probably fun. Better than Pensacola and
Yeah, a different
Panama
experience,
City
a good
and-
cultural experience.
Yeah.
I thought it was. Yeah,
because you mentioned that too about learning about outside culture.
Yeah.
So that definitely would have been that
Definitely.
way. In Hawaii too,
Yeah.
even though
Oh, yeah.
they're part of the United States, the culture is completely different.
it
right?
is. It is completely different. A lot more laid back. That's what I've gotten.
Are we kind of a high stress society compared to the Puerto Ricans and
Maybe.
Hawaiians. Yeah.
Maybe.
There's always island time.
Yeah.
They got two
Island
speeds
time.
on the island.
Yeah.
It's slow and
slow.
stop.
Yeah.
And when your biggest question is which swimsuit do I want to wear today, that's not a bad start.
It's not
to the
too
day.
bad. Yeah. It's not too bad.
Did you try surfing while you were in Hawaii?
I did. And that was
you?
terrible.
Were you?
But,
Okay.
just like anything, you have to give it time. It's the first time I ever tried it. I didn't expect to be
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Do you water ski or anything like that? Or
No, I've done it before, but
Okay.
same thing,
Yeah.
just haven't done it enough
Yep.
to consider myself good.
Yeah. We got to get Honey on a wakeboard. That'd be so fun. Now that their friends have a lake house. So,
Oh, right.
yeah.
I forgot about
So
that.
they can do boating things.
How old were you when you figured out that you had this chiropractic career maybe in mind? Or at what stage? Tell us about how you picked this.
I have to give a lot of credit to my older cousin, Evan.
Okay.
He's a chiropractor. He practices outside of Tampa. And he, same as my sister's 4 years older. So he was wrapping up undergraduate and going to chiropractic school when I
Okay.
began to start my college career. I originally was going to go to physical therapy school,
Okay.
as a lot of chiropractic students were, as I've learned over the
and we
years.
heard that this
We heard
weekend.
that
too.
all weekend long down at Life.
And honestly, that's due to the lack of exposure of chiropractic in this country. So I, started my journey through undergraduate, and I still had that plan till about sophomore year.
Yeah.
And I started to talk to Evan a little bit about
Yeah.
things and just the different philosophy of chiropractic itself and how we can make a change with even a little subtle, what am I trying to say here? A little subtle change
Yeah.
we can inflict on somebody can make a world of difference.
Yeah. Terry says that it's the weight of a dime on your skin.
it is.
That's all.
It is.
And it's just amazing. And so getting to the root cause rather than just treating those symptoms with PT.
And it's changed my way of thinking in every aspect of life
Yeah.
ever since I've gone there.
How so?
thank you,
I like
Evan.
that. Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's a deeper dive.
Well, chiropractic goes very against the grain with everything we were taught in modern society growing up. As a kid, you don't think to look past the wall and what could be behind it. And I think that's just where my train of thinking has gone ever since. I'm not going to read something and read it for what it is. I might read it and try to think about what this means. And I think that's taken me a long way.
Yeah. I love that. Can you give an example? That's putting you on the spot.
Put me on the spot, but let me think here.
Well, the news is what the news is, or TV commercials are what TV commercials are. So we are conditioned. You're not wrong. And the thing that is nice, I think, about a chiropractic education is it does force you to look beyond what's maybe being presented. And a lot of times, why is a better question than what.
Right.
Like the what is easy. What? I have a headache. Well, why would a body that's super smart from the inside out have a headache?
Yeah.
What would be the possible things that would generate that? And it's never a lack of aspirin or Tylenol, but it might be a stressor in your life that's changing your physiology in a way. And the headache isn't the problem. The headache just tells you there is a problem or something needs to shift. So one of the things about a chiropractic education is you're going to ask why a lot more than you ask what.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just asking why, just trying to figure out what is the cause of a simple headache.
Right.
Has taken me a mile.
Yeah.
Because then you start to dig deeper into what's really causing this. Same thing with the scans we do here in the office. The scans here, somebody looks like a completely normal person on the outside, but when you really dive in and see what's going on, you really get to see an in-depth look of, what truly could be happening.
Yeah. And it lights up like fireworks.
It
sometimes,
does.
Doesn't it?
It does.
It's pretty crazy. It's such a wonderful educational tool because people do look in the mirror and it's like, I look like I feel fine, but I don't feel fine. And then they have, this is why. It's such a relief to them when they realize that it's not all in their head. Like they can look at those graphs and say, I get it. And then they just want relief and they want to find out what to do next.
And most people have just never been taught otherwise.
Exactly. Why do you think that is? Why is it such a big secret?
We can dig,
Why is that?
We can dig into a rabbit hole if we want to.
That is a rabbit hole. I mean,
We can.
the four of us understand that. But it is so unfortunate because there's so many people that are struggling and suffering
It is.
because the truth is hidden.
If I never would have gone to chiropractic school, I wouldn't think any different.
Right.
I wouldn't. So
Yeah.
if there's one thing I can be thankful for in that education, it's that. No matter where it takes me in life, I at least know I'm rooted in a way of thinking that I wasn't before. So
Yeah, because they call Palmer, Dr. Kyle is at Palmer College of Chiropractic, which is where Terry graduated, and it's a fountainhead. That's
It
where
is.
it all
It's
where
started.
chiropractic began.
There's a lot of really great chiropractic schools out there for sure, but none that can say that they were the first.
Exactly. And when you walk through the walls in Palmer, it's inscribed all over the place, all these sayings, all these different philosophies. And a lot of days, you kind of walk past it and you just are used to it, so you don't read them. But some days I would kind of stop and just read them.
Good for you.
Just try to appreciate what I'm surrounded by.
On a cellular level, let that just seep in.
Yeah, and I think that was important. I think
Yeah.
it was.
And that's
those
smart.
that text all has a font. B.J. Palmer was a prolific writer, prolific traveler, prolific thinker. But there was a font style to all those epigrams. And so, there's at the college and at other chiropractic colleges too, but there are epigrams or sayings that were one of his most famous is you never know how far reaching something that you think, say, or do may impact the lives of millions of people tomorrow. So which
is what you're doing now.
It's all in a
What you're
certain
doing
text
now.
font style. And it is fun to just read through them and see the thoughts. And that was from the turn of the century, at the early 1900s is when chiropractic began, basically. And so when you look at the history of where we come from and the heritage behind it and the thinkers and the thought leaders of the day, it's an amazing bit of history, and it's a wonderful legacy that we get to perpetuate. And I think it's important to know, like, we got it soft. We have it so easy.
We do.
We live this wonderful life.
We do.
And back in those days, man, people went to jail for thinking the things we think and doing. They were jailed for doing medicine without a license because they were helping people heal. The powers that be at the time didn't like that. So if you were helping people, you may or may not go to jail. And then your patients would come to the jail and they would just protest and like, let my doctor out of the jail.
And that shows you're making a difference.
Amen.
Right, because the people are the ones standing up for you, showing up at the jail, laying out the bond money.
Oh, we come from a long line of strong people.
We do.
And but that's the way the country was founded too. There's a lot of parallels, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And to religion too.
People settle in the country, who left England, and they were being oppressed with their religion and their taxation, so they said, hey, we're going to go do this thing, and we're going to get free of that. Very similar to the medical mindset that most people have now, and the pharmaceutical industry that's being revealed to be maybe less than ideal. It's a fun place for us to be. It's a fun time to be here.
Yeah, and really, COVID played a part in that.
Yeah.
That's one of the.
Oh, no doubt.
That's one of the.
People started
best things
looking
that
behind the
happened.
curtain.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Well, we're taking a look. Things are not as they seem.
Exactly.
And so when people actually get to hear the truth about health and healing, there's a hope that comes with that you can't really get just anywhere. The TV is not going to provide it, that's for sure.
It's not.
So one of the things that you mentioned, Kyle, is chiropractic is pure.
It is.
Do you want to explain that a little bit more too?
Well, I think it kind of just builds off what we were just talking about. There's a purity, and less can be more.
It's almost like a simplicity.
The least invasive we can be, and the more education we can provide to a patient and allow them to do the work on their own, and we're just supplementing it. Basically, is how I look at it.
Yeah, and give them options.
And give them options, and just steer them in a direction of life that TV, commercials, media isn't ever going to steer them. Truly, I think we have a humongous opportunity to change people's lives in the most simplistic manner possible.
Do they talk about that at school too?
I wouldn't say it was ever worded in that way.
Okay.
I think it's kind of almost implied at school. And I wish they would talk about it a little more and kind of shed light on what we're truly doing. But I think most people, when they leave chiropractic school, have that mentality because it's kind of rooted into everything you learn there.
Right. It's like you're in a bubble there, right?
It is. It is. Very,
It's very much of a bubble.
you spend 3 years with very like-minded people.
Yes.
Everybody's
From all over the world.
from all over the world. Everybody's trying to achieve the same goal. Everybody's going to go a different route in achieving that same goal.
Right.
But hopefully we can find some camaraderie and
Yeah. And strengthen the convictions too.
yeah, yes, 100%.
Yeah, because when you're coming at it from a number of different directions, it really
kinda-
does fortify it.
It does, and it can kind of cause some dispute between the profession itself.
True.
Because everybody thinks they're right.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people may be right more than others. That's very subjective, I would say. But if you look at it from an end goal that we all have, me and Doc have talked about this plenty of times. If everybody just realizes that we have the same end goal, I think things would start to collect a little bit better.
Right. And what do you think the end goal is? Like if in simplistic, pure terms?
Every patient that comes in, if we can change their way of thinking to a healthier lifestyle, then generations to come will feed off of that. Truly.
I think
Creating a
everybody
health
underestimates their contribution to the world.
Yeah.
I think every person underestimates the impact that they have. And if you've got somebody who's either in chronic pain or chronic disease state, their vibe, their frequency is off. They're not living their best life. That means they're not the best mom they could be, or the best spouse they could be, or the best parent they could be, or the best employee they could be, or the best owner they could be. And it brings down the vibration of everybody that is affected by that. So anything we do to help one person means we're now putting a better person back into society.
Exactly.
And the rest of society gets to benefit from that. And it's contagious.
Yeah.
To the good or to the bad.
I was talking with my uncle about that yesterday. I'd like to think every one person that leaves this door, they're communicating with 3 different people at least of what's going on. And then that can just be a tunnel that spreads.
And it like just plants these seeds, because for somebody that's never heard about chiropractic before, if that one person that goes out and just talks about their experience, and it's like, oh, you know, it's like, and then it just kind of sits there and it gets nurtured a little bit, and then either to help them or with information to help somebody else. That even if they don't become a chiropractic patient right away, they have the information to share that with other people that might need it right away.
Exactly.
It's really so powerful.
And that's what hopefully, you know, we can do on a day-to-day basis.
What do you feel would be a good way to help to share that message? You know, do you feel like you would like to go out into the community?
I think that's...
Go to the school?
I think that's the first way to go about it, truly. You know, Doc's talked about chiropractors that set this foundation were going to jail.
Yes.
Because of what they were doing. They believed in it so strongly, they weren't going to steer any other way. And they were also holding, you know, patient talk nights. They were having assembly halls filled with people, not even necessarily patients, just people coming to listen to the word. And from there it began to spread. And I think, you know, we can kind of go back to that because
super fun.
Because things are always going to steer in the way of medicine.
Yeah.
That's always the way it's going to go here. But
It
if we
is.
can start, you know, drifting that away.
And you got your undergraduate at Wright State. Here's a weird thing. Do you think it would be beneficial to have a pre-chiropractic club on that campus?
Oh, 100%.
Who do you think should start it?
Possibly could be me.
I was thinking the same thing.
Who knows?
I mean, look at this. It made my hair stand up.
Goosebumps.
It's like, look, if all you did was spend some time rounding up a few kids who thought they wanted to be in healthcare and didn't know what chiropractic was, suddenly we're hosting a night in here for 10 or 12 or 15 young people who don't know what they want to be yet, but they might want to be this.
Yeah.
And I will say this. There was one other student I graduated with in the program that went to chiropractic school. I think he went to Life.
Okay.
I believe. But whenever I decided I didn't want to go to PT school anymore, I want to go to chiropractic school, I talked to the guidance counselors about everything. And they actually had to begin reshifting my program and deciding what I needed to take. And they had to do some research to go out and figure that out because it just wasn't too common. You know, most people weren't doing that.
This is going to happen.
Yeah.
Wright State's going to have a pre-chiropractic club.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
When did you get your first adjustment?
Off the record, in my living room from my cousin when I was at Wright State, probably 21.
Okay.
I was playing
So we won't name last
playing
names.
rec league softball and I dove into the fence trying to catch a ball.
Yeah.
I dropped the ball, unfortunately, but
Sad.
you know,
And then you got injured?
neck jerked away,
Buckled your head.
and the next few days I just had concussion-like symptoms.
Oh.
And you know, my first thought was
too?
my first thought was to go to the hospital. That's just what I had been trained to do most of my
legitimate
life.
thought.
And my cousin comes over, checks me out, delivered an adjustment, and bang, was gone. And from there, I was always a believer. I just had never experienced it myself, but have been a believer ever since.
So
Here's what's fun about that, and I'm going to clean that up just a tiny bit. Do you have to believe in the physiology of the human body?
well, wait. Can you hold that question
I
for
can.
a second? I want to know. So were you already you were at Wright State when you
Yes.
got your first adjustment, and you were already kind of leaning to go that direction, or was it the adjustment that really made you be
I was
like,
already
I'm gonna
leaning.
do this.
I was already leaning very
heavily?
very unknowingly though.
Oh, and
You know, I was leaning.
Yeah.
And I believed in it. I just had never experienced it
Yep.
myself.
Yeah.
And then once you experienced it, it's like, I need to share this with
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
And again,
so
I'm going to clean that up. You don't have to believe in it. You can lean into the truth, but does the body heal itself?
Yes.
Give me some evidence.
Get a cut on your hand.
Okay, heals itself. Does it regulate itself?
Yes.
Are you telling your heart to beat right now?
No.
All right. Does the nerve system have anything to do with those two things?
Of course. Has everything to do with those two things.
100% true, which means interference to the nerve system is good or bad,
Bad.
which means clearing interference from the nerve system is
Good.
thank you. Do you have to believe that, or is that just reality?
That's just reality.
100% of the time. So religion you have to believe in because there's less evidence available. And so religion is a faith-based thing that creates a need for belief. Human physiology is human physiology is human physiology. Do you have to believe that the body recovers and repairs itself? Doesn't really matter.
It
It's just how it is. So some people will say that, and I hear this every day.
But I understand what Kyle's saying
I do too.
because
But for
you
our
have
people
to
at
have-
home, I just want to make
Yeah,
sure
I
there's a clear
understand.
distinction.
because there is some belief that has to happen for somebody to come in the door. They have to believe that this is a good choice for
Yes.
them.
And if all
And
we do on
that's-
day one is provide them the
Yes.
opportunity for some hope,
Exactly. Yes. Belief, hope.
we're covering
yeah.
the gap.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, because
I
I
just
do
wanted to
think
make
that
sure that was clear.
that in the world today, I think there is a lack of hope.
Yeah.
And they feel like
100%.
they're stuck and they feel like they're in this system that's not helping them.
Yep.
It is managing their symptoms, but they're not well.
Yeah.
And chiropractic gets them well.
Yeah.
I had 3 people in the last 2 days who had to lower their blood pressure medicine or
my
get
gosh.
rid of it.
That wasn't chiropractic, but I had somebody who, she was in a situation, and I'm like, you got to
So,
check
yeah.
your meds.
Right. The reality is when you set the body back toward a more normal function,
Yeah.
it needs less artificial help from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's recovering from the inside out, the outside in makes
Yeah,
less sense.
yeah.
Super fun though.
It is super fun.
It is. It is.
Well, because
Because-
people don't know. They're not stupid. They just haven't been told.
Yeah.
Which is why we're going to start a pre-chiropractic club.
But so what is the first do no harm? What is that? What's that
The
thing?
Hippocratic Oath.
Okay. And you guys can really live that. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
And the nice thing is, and you mentioned this, conservative care is always a good place to start. If you need more aggressive care or more, invasive things, that you can always move toward that. But discovering what can be done conservatively is always a good choice. And really the task for us is just to figure out how to introduce that to people in a way they can understand
Yep.
and appreciate. Super cool.
Okay, this is completely off the chiropractic thing.
All right.
Go.
Let's hear it.
So you mentioned enjoying movies with hidden meanings.
Yes.
Okay. Can you share a film that made a lasting impact on you and what deeper truth it revealed?
Okay. So
So you have a couple of them, right?
I do. I
Okay.
do. My favorite movie of all time is Dead Poets Society.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful movie. I watched it the first time, I believe, in English class in middle school. And even as a young kid, it just stuck with me.
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows you, it kind of follows chiropractic philosophy. Go against the grain,
Yeah.
believe in yourself, believe in what you love, and,
Oh my
all
gosh,
things will
yeah.
work out.
Yeah.
That movie, I could watch it every single day. I don't think I'd ever get
Really?
tired of it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And do you feel like it kind of guided you through your education and kind of coming up with a plan for how you plan to share chiropractic in the community?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the big term in that movie is carpe diem,
Yes.
seize the day.
Right.
And I believe that can be, if I had that written on every wall that I saw throughout the day, I don't know if it'd remind me enough to
Yeah.
seize the day truly, because I think that can apply to chiropractic philosophy. I think that can apply to everything, because when you look to take care of your day, you're going to employ that onto others.
Yeah.
truly.
And Robin Williams did a great job in that movie of motivating those kids in that regard.
He did.
It was I agree. It's in my top 5.
And
It is in your top 5.
almost 90% of that movie is just improv from Robin Williams'
Yes.
standpoint. They just gave him a little bit of direction, said just take off.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, he was fun. He was a lot of fun.
So I feel like you covered what you would like listeners to take away from this conversation today already. So we don't need to recover that. But I am wondering what your ideal day off looks like.
What time of the year?
Right now.
Right now. Okay. So I really love to hike. I spend a lot of time at Clifton Gorge.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. I could walk that same path every day and never get tired of it, especially in the
Quoting
morning.
Dead Poets Society.
Yeah.
Yeah, walking along.
It may be. If you go out there in the morning and you see the fog kind of drifting on top of the water, I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's magical.
How long's that trail? Well, how long does it take you to get where you want to go and back?
Typically an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
I
It
spend
is
a lot of
beautiful.
time. I'll just stand there and look. Sometimes I jump over the railings and maybe go down closer. We off the record again, but
Nobody's listening.
so that'd be a great start. I always enjoy going to the gym. I think it's a good hour to just listen to music.
Yeah.
Kind of relax, unwind from things. So
Do you go to an actual gym or do you have a gym at your home? Or?
I have a pull-up bar in the basement,
Okay.
if need be.
Yeah.
I think that was a COVID edition that we had. But yeah, I do miss the gym at school. That was perfect.
Oh,
That's a killer gym.
oh my
was
gosh.
perfect.
It is
Holy moly.
so good.
And I tried to appreciate that every day I was there because I knew I'd miss it
Yeah.
whenever it was
You guys
gone.
have a golf simulator there too.
Yeah, I use it. Me and my roommate use that a lot. If he watches this, he'll know. We use
that,
that a lot.
blew me away. I got to whack some
I
balls
know
out
you
there when
did.
we were there last.
Graham has a golf simulator in his garage. He does an indoor golf league in the wintertime.
I've heard.
I have to introduce you.
Zach Poulter. It's my cousin. He said, he said he's been over there a few times.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then honestly, the rest of the day, just, spend it with family, spend it with friends, doing something, golf, fishing, watching football on TV. I don't know, just something.
What's your favorite food?
Lobster.
Really?
Say, or seafood in
was
general.
unexpected.
Seafood in general, or a steak. Those would
Okay.
be seafood or a steak. Those would
Maybe
be my
depends on where you are in the country. Do
Yeah.
you like
Or
lobster
maybe
here?
surf and turf.
Oh, yeah, surf
Little
and
bit
turf
of
is a
both.
thing.
I can take lobster here. I'd prefer to be closer to a coast.
Yeah.
I don't need
There is
all the
something about that.
importation,
I
everything
agree
like that. There's something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like, have you been to Maine?
I have not been to Maine.
Okay, because they literally are just bringing them
Oh yeah.
boats.
Well, they don't
and
have
they
lobster
cook it
though.
right there.
They have lobster.
The accent in there.
actually-
Yo,
true.
lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, wicked lobster.
But yeah, so I guess if I had, a family dinner and there were a bunch of lobsters on the table, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
What do you wash it down with? Lobster.
I like lemonade,
Oh,
but not all lemonades. If it's too sweet, I don't like it. I like it to be a little more tart
Yeah.
and sweet.
okay.
Do you make it yourself, like fresh?
Actually, I
lemons and
never
stuff?
had. I need to.
Oh, it's so easy.
Yeah,
and
I
it
need
tastes
to.
so much better than like powdered or frozen.
Water, lemons, and a little bit of sugar, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. So
How hard can
simple.
it be?
No, it's
It's all about the ratios.
it's all about the ratios. I like it a little sweeter.
Yeah.
So I
You got a significant other in the works right now?
I do not.
Nobody on the hook?
I do not.
Ladies,
No.
a little doctor coming to town.
well, do we know?
Never
he's
mind.
coming to
He's got
town?
work to do.
Wait a
Shut
minute.
up. We don't have time for that.
Yeah. No time for it. No
Goofing
time for it.
around. We don't have no time for that.
Have you designed your dream practice?
Actually, we did that last week.
That was an exercise we put
He had
together.
me doing
Oh,
exercises last
fun.
week where I kind of just wrote it all out on a paper, and obviously things change.
Yes, for
So I wrote
sure.
it with a pencil in case I want to erase them.
I am
He
a
filled up the page, though. I mean, it's a solid.
pencil.
Yeah.
Even for notes for
Yeah.
podcasts.
I
I'm a
always
I'm a
like pencil.
person.
I always like pencil.
I like the opportunity to be able to change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Was there anything that stood out to you on that list that you'd like to share?
One thing I've loved here that I've picked up on is big windows all over the place. I like the ability because sometimes you can get stuck in being inside all the time, but with the big windows, you feel like you're still outside.
And
in
these
with nature
open,
a little bit.
so when it's cool or
Yeah.
outside, then they could be open and then there's fresh air coming in. Yeah, it's nice.
And then just in a place where I feel welcomed and patients feel welcome as well. I think that's important to me, wherever that may be.
Yeah.
I just hope it's there's good hospitality there.
Yeah.
Truly.
That makes sense. If your mom could design the practice of your dreams.
We won't get into that. Yeah, we won't get into that.
You be ball and
we
chain
love her.
here to Fairborn.
Yeah.
You ain't leaving,
And
buddy.
it's Sonia or
Sonia.
Sonia. Yeah. Hey, Sonia.
And so this will come out when?
Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
Today,
All right.
right
yeah.
now.
So she'll get to hear it. Anything you want to say to the folks back home? Anything we haven't covered that you want to cover while we're around
Anything
the
you want
mic?
to share?
Just thank you all truly for getting me where I'm at. I think if I didn't have that nudge on the back all the time to, take care of my business, I'd probably just be, digging ditches somewhere.
Floating through life without a purpose.
Yeah.
One of the things about our work is it gives you a purpose.
It
like you
does.
got to have a reason to wake up every day, and this is a good
does.
reason.
And I was fairly motivated, but just like any kid, if I had to choose between going outside or doing my homework, I'm gonna go outside, But
Yep.
you get that kick on the butt every once in a while to take care of your business. It just
Right.
roots you in a good mentality. So
Yep. Who do you want to serve is a good question. I've stopped asking, everybody asks kids, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Such an
And I've
awful
quit
question.
asking them that. I will ask them, who do you want to serve when you grow up? Who do you want to serve? Because everything's about serving, about service. And so our work gives us a good reason for service every day.
It does.
Just get to wake up and serve people.
it does.
It's not a bad
It
life.
does.
Yeah. This is fun, Kyle.
It is. I'm excited.
Yeah. This will be fun for us to share. And I think the viewers are going to enjoy it too. Viewers and listeners. There's a lot of people that
Every
tune
bit of
in
them.
off of that. So thank you for spending
you,
time
guys.
with us tonight.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
What should they do?
Like, subscribe, and share.
That was easy.
That was easy. We'll see you next time.
Nighty night.
Bye. Good job.
Oh, we made it.
Thank you. That was
You
fun.
feel comfortable?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
fun.
cool.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
You guys could start doing a podcast for just about chiropractic. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we absolutely could.